All right, now we are going to go into the notes of section 4-4, and it's still going to be two column proofs, and it's just going to be one new idea called CPCTC. What I want to mention just before this is we've spent all this time trying to figure out why two triangles would be congruent. There's side, 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 angle, side, angle, 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 side. But whenever we did this, I mean, there's within any triangle, there's 3 sides and 3 angles, but we didn't have to figure out all 6 parts. Like for this one here, side, 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 we don't really know that if that yellow angle is equal to this yellow angle. Or side, angle, side, do we really know that this side length here is equal to this side length here? Didn't have to figure out everything. Well, with this new concept, once the triangles are proven congruent, then all the remaining parts are also going to be congruent. And that is this concept of CPCTC. So what does this stand for? It stands for corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So what we're going to do is first prove that the two triangles are equal by maybe side, 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 or side, angle, side, or angle, side, angle. And then after that, we're going to add one extra step, and we're going to say, okay, well, now that I know that the two triangles are congruent because of side, angle, side, why is this yellow angle equal to this yellow angle? And the reason why it's going to be corresponding parts, and these two dots are corresponding parts, within congruent triangles, as long as the triangles are congruent by SSS, therefore they are congruent themselves. We'll go over that with the one proof here. Okay, what you'll notice here in this section is what you're trying to prove here. It says, it doesn't say prove that the two triangles are congruent. It says why is side length SQ, this side here on the right, equal to PR, this side here on the left. What we're going to do here, of course that's going to be the last step, but what we're going to do first, just prior to that step, is prove why these two triangles are equal. If the two triangles are equal, then these two yellow sides will be equal because those are corresponding parts. And if the two triangles are equal, then they are congruent themselves. All right, so we are adding one last new step, but ultimately it's going to be figure out why the two triangles are congruent. So let's go with our given. Angle Q is equal to angle R. Angle QPS is equal to angle RSP. That is given. And let's take a look at the picture here. Angle Q tick is equal to angle R tick. QPS double tick. RSP double tick. Okay, so we've got angle, angle. And that is not enough to prove that the triangles are equal. So we're going to need one more piece here. And we're going to say PS is equal to PS, side length PS is equal to side length PS, and that's reflexive property. And so I'm going to tick mark here. And now, like we've been doing in the previous work, we are going to say triangle QPS is congruent to triangle RSP. And the reason why the two triangles are equal because there's an angle, and a side. There's an angle, and a side. So we're going to go angle, angle, side. Now, had this been previous night's work, this would have been it. We would have stopped there. The two triangles are equal. But now we've got one more extra thing here, what we're trying to prove, and we're going to go to that right now. SQ, why is this yellow side on the right equal to PR? Those are matching corresponding parts. And corresponding parts inside congruent triangles. I know that the triangles are congruent because step 3 said that they are congruent. So these yellow corresponding parts inside congruent triangles are congruent themselves. And this is called CPCTC. I know these yellows are equal because the triangles are equal, so all the remaining parts are also congruent. Okay? You could have said, why would this pink side length be equal to this pink side length? Well, because those are corresponding parts inside congruent triangles, therefore they are congruent themselves. Okay? All the remaining angles and sides would be congruent once the triangle is congruent.